Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for this edition of Sports Night. I'm Josephine Bathan, and I'm joined by my analyst, T.J. Fiorillo. On this episode, we have highlights of the men's basketball team's victory over NJIT and the women's basketball game against CCSU.
We'll also have recaps of the football team's season finale against West Virginia and the wrestling team's meet at the Nittany Lion Open at Penn State. But before we get into all of that, we would like to remind you that you can watch this or any episode on demand at rutv.rutgers.edu. If you have any input for the show, you can email rutv_sportsnight at email.rutgers.edu.
The men's basketball team tipped off against NJIT, looking to rebound from their 6-point loss against St. Joseph's, and we're going to head out to the rack for some highlights.
Rutgers and NJIT faced off at the rack on Wednesday night of last week. Leading the way against NJIT's defense was freshman Gilvitas Baruta, who had all 8 Rutgers points in the first 3 minutes of the game. He would go on to score 20 points and had 7 boards while playing some solid defense. But this victory did not come as easily as some might have expected, as with about 6 minutes left in the first half, NJIT cut their deficit to 1 with this backdoor cut, but that would be as close as they got to taking a lead. Rutgers led by 3 heading into the second half, but began to pull away later in the game. The Knights kept a small lead until 13 minutes and 30 seconds into the second half, when Mike Poole forced this steal, whoop, I'll take that, and rushed to the basket to extend a 42-33 lead for the Knights. Down to about 2 minutes left now, and Baruta shows his presence yet again by draining both of his free throws and then making a strong defensive play here, tossing aside a P.J. Miller shot attempt. Get that out of here. In the final minutes, Rutgers was able to maintain their lead, ending the game with a win by a score of 66-54 over NJIT. Baruta, Mitchell, and Coburn each led the scoring push for the Knights, Baruta posting 20 points, while Mitchell and Coburn each scored 13.
The men's basketball team was able to overcome a slow start to take a 12-point win over NJIT. Who was able to produce for the Knights?
Well, Rutgers got a big contribution from their freshman forward, Gilvitas Baruta, who had 20 points to go along with 7 rebounds. This was a big confidence game for Baruta, who had struggled early, scoring a bit in the beginning of this season, and now he has this to add to his resume, which will definitely help him as he continues to transition to the college game. Mike Coburn had 13 points, and Jonathan Mitchell recorded his first double-double of the year, scoring 13 points and adding 11 rebounds.
It's a good sign to see balanced scoring consistently for the Knights. How did their rebounding improve after being beaten on the glass by St. Joe's?
The Knights out-rebounded NJIT by a 5-rebound margin, which is obviously another good sign moving forward in the season. They received 10 rebounds off the bench, while 23 of their 33 rebounds came from their starting 5. The importance of rebounding certainly showed in this game as the Knights outscored the Highlanders in second chance points by a score of 17-0, so they will want to continue this trend for the rest of the season.
Were there any other factors that helped the team to victory in this particular game?
Well, yeah, there were big improvements on the free throw line as the team shot 80% from the line, which accounted for 20 of their 66 points. And they were also able to continue with their solid defense, blocking 8 shots and holding NJIT to just a 40.4 field goal percentage.
Defense will certainly be important going forward, as that is exactly what Mike Rice has stressed since he took over as coach at Rutgers. The team registered another victory on Tuesday with a win over Marist to improve to 5-0 at the rack this season.
They will next take on Auburn in the SEC Big East Invitational Tournament on Saturday at 12:30 p.m. The game will be televised on ESPN2, so you can spend your Saturday morning rooting on your Scarlet Knights.
RUTV was also at the women's basketball game against Central Connecticut State on Sunday afternoon, and we're going to head right back out to the rack for the highlights.
The women's basketball team welcomed the Blue Devils of CCSU to the rack this weekend with hopes of bouncing back from their loss to Temple last Wednesday night. The Knights dominated this one from beginning to end as the offense rained all over the Devils, as the Knights shot an impressive 52% from the floor. Khadijah Rushton, bang, Nikki Speed, money, Monique Oliver, smooth on that one, and April Sykes, that's good too. They continue to give the Knights a huge lead en route to a rout over Central Connecticut State. The Knights now with the record of 5-3, and the Knights take on both Georgetown and Boston College this week. Sykes, Oliver, Speed, and Rushton all scored in double figures for the Knights, and they held the Devils to a 17.1 field goal percentage in the second half.
So this game was never close, as the Knights led from start to finish and had the largest lead of the night with 2 minutes to go in the second half when the Knights led by 43 points. Who led the team to victory?
A balanced scoring coupled with tough defense was the story for the Knights. They got double-figure production from 4 of its 5 starters while limiting the Blue Devils to a terrible 21.8 shooting percentage.
The Knights were also able to shoot the ball well, posting a 52% field goal percentage and a 46.2% three-point percentage. If they can continue to post numbers like these, this team will be in a good position as they finish out their out-of-conference schedule.
The team's going to be taking a small break from that out-of-conference schedule this week as they host Georgetown on Thursday night before heading up to Massachusetts for a matchup with Boston College over the weekend.
After the break, we will have results from the football team's season finale against 24th-ranked West Virginia, as well as the wrestling team's trip to Nittany Lion Open. So stay tuned.
I'm T.J. Fiorillo alongside my co-host Josephine Bathan, and you're watching Sports Night on RUTV.
If you're away from a TV or computer, but you want to know what's on RUTV, there's an app for that. Zap2It offers an iPhone app featuring TV listings for any area, including RUTV programming. Just visit the iPhone App Store, search Zap2It, and download it. Best of all, the app is absolutely free. Once you have the app, just search for systems in Piscataway or New Brunswick and select RUTV. You'll have the same channel lists available online and on Channel 6. You can even sort by your favorite channels. Never miss an episode of Sports Night or Pass the Popcorn again with Zap2It app and RUTV.
Whether you're an international student looking for programming from home or a language student testing your comprehension, RUTV has you covered with a selection of international channels on our digital cable lineup. Starting at Channel 104, we feature TV from France, Italy, Poland, Russia, Germany, the UAE, India, Japan, Korea, and China. Don't have a digital television set? That's not a problem. We also feature these channels online at ruiptv.rutgers.edu. All you need is a ResNet connection or the Rutgers Data Network. For more information, visit rutv.rutgers.edu.
Before there was a United States, a college was founded in the heart of New Jersey.
Before I became a CEO in the global marketplace.
Before I earned my Super Bowl ring.
Before
I was hired as the apprentice.
Before I wow my audiences on stage.
Before I won the Pulitzer Prize.
I learned about the world.
I earned my degree.
I was a Rhodes Scholar.
I studied writing.
I motivate my students.
At Rutgers.
At Rutgers.
At Rutgers.
Jersey Roots Global Reach.
You asked for it, and now the Rutgers University Television Network has made it a reality. RUTV's Channel 14 will now be showing Nat Geo World programming. On Channel 14, you can now watch the latest series and specials that will immerse you in the mysterious and entertaining lives of nature's creatures of land, air, and sea. Witness animals recorded in rare and spontaneous situations with Caught in the Act. Tune in to Swamp Men to watch face-to-face encounters with virtually any animal found in the swamp, or discover some of the most exotic animals often found in the most unlikely locations on wild nights. Learn more than just about animals going wild. Learn about animals in the wild.
Tired of waiting in line at the library to check your books out? Well, here's a solution for you. The Alexander Library, located on the College Avenue campus, now features its very own self-service checkout machine. Located in front of the circulation desk, the machine allows borrowers to check out their books with step-by-step instructions displayed on an easy-to-use touchscreen. First, scan your ID card to access your account, and then scan the barcode located inside the book. Then push Print Receipt on the touchscreen and grab your receipt and begin using your material. For more information on the new self-service checkout machine, visit libraries.rutgers.edu.
Is money tight? Are you in need of money management? Budgeting money doesn't have to be a problem. There are many ways to watch your spending and save big. Start by tracking your spending.
Use some online tools. Mint.com has it's a free service. You can hook it up to all of your credit cards, your checking account, everything, and it'll actually analyze everything for you. So it puts it into charts, into graphs for you. You can actually track your spending.
Be sure you're not spending more than you have.
The biggest thing about budgeting is balancing what you have coming in with what you have going out and making sure that you're never spending more than what you have coming in.
Gather support from your friends and family.
Getting support and kind of getting a support network of friends and family that can say, do you really need that?
Don't wait till it's too late. Start managing your money today. For more information on money management, visit studentaid.rutgers.edu. And then he told me no. No one ever tells me no. Can you believe he said that?
You know, they don't care about your problems, but I know someone who does.
Scarlet Listeners, also known as the Rap Line, is a student-run organization that serves Rutgers students and surrounding communities. They take anonymous phone calls and enforce a 5-step process to help the caller identify and find a solution to their problems. With over 30 years in service, the Scarlet Listeners also offer a drop-in counseling service located at the Bishop House on 115 College Avenue. Anyone can call 732-247-5555 Sunday through Thursday nights from 6 to 12 a.m. to talk about anything.
He told me no. Can you believe that? No one ever tells me no. Thanks.
This fall, the Zimmerly Art Museum welcomes back students with a new initiative to explore the theme of water in subjects including poetry, music, dance, and the visual arts. The Jane Voorhees Zimmerly Art Museum reflects on water, an exhibition that draws from the museum's extensive collection of French, Russian, American, and Soviet nonconformist art. Featured in the exhibition are more than 90 drawings, paintings, prints, photographs, and children's book illustrations. Come out to the museum September 1st through January 2nd of 2011, Tuesday through Friday 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday from noon to 5 p.m. Admission is $6 for adults and free for museum members, Rutgers students, faculty and staff with ID, and children under 18. Admission is free on the first Sunday of every month. For more information on the Zimmerly Water Art Exhibition, visit zimmerlymuseum.rutgers.edu.
In the final game of what has proven to be a disappointing season for the Knights, Rutgers traveled to take on West Virginia, hoping to play spoiler against the 24th-ranked Mountaineers. The football and wrestling teams will be featured in this week's edition of Knight Report.
The football team entered their final game of the season looking to surprise a high-powered West Virginia team that was poised for a bowl game as the season concluded. Rutgers defense, led by Joe LaFedge and Antonio Lowry, forced 3 fumbles against West Virginia, but could not consistently keep the Mountaineer offense out of the end zone. Quarterback Chase Dodd completed 10 of 19 passes, totaling 139 yards, while running back Jordan Thomas gained 65 rushing yards on the ground and added a touchdown receiving. Sophomore wide receiver Mark Harrison scored his team-leading 9th touchdown reception of the season. The final score of the contest was 35-14. Rutgers ends their season with an overall 4-8 record while only managing to post a 1-6 mark in Big East play. The wrestling team placed 6 wrestlers in the Nittany Lion Open on Sunday. The 149-pounder Mario Mason bounced back from being pinned last week and won his weight division, beating the second-ranked wrestler in the nation, Penn State's Frank Molinaro, in the final round.
Even despite not sending some of their ranked wrestlers to Penn State, the team was able to muscle their way to an impressive showing during the Open. They will look to build on their 3-match winning streak next weekend as they host a dual meet at the College Avenue Gym.
Well, RUTV will be at the Barn on December 11th for all of the wrestling action against both George Mason and Princeton. We also have highlights from the women's basketball Big East opener against Georgetown, and we will have a recap of the men's basketball game against Auburn in the SEC Big East Invitational.
Sounds like a great lineup. Remember to tune in every Wednesday at 10 p.m. on RUTV channels 8 and 60. For Sports Night, I'm Josephine Bathan, and my analyst was T.J. Fiorillo. Thank you for watching Sports Night on RUTV.